Cheese. Oh. How do you program this thing to go?
Press the table.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna go. And that's it.
That's it? And then
And start.
you hit done and it goes back. Otherwise it waits like 20 seconds or 30 seconds. Can you order alcoholic drinks through this thing, or that comes through the server only? I've noticed that because I got a lot of sake.
The servers have to come and show you the love when it comes to the liquor. We don't know if the baby's ordering or not.
So they can cut you off or whatever?
Yeah.
Because I had about 4 sake bottles here.
Hey everyone, so I'm at Shanghai Plaza again. This time I'm at Kura Sushi. It's a revolving sushi restaurant. They have 451 locations in Japan, 22 in Taiwan, and 33 something locations in the US. But it's more than just revolving sushi. They have a high level of automation. I found it extremely convenient to eat here. The high level of automation makes it so that the whole kitchen and the restaurant can operate with only about 15 to 20 people. I was a little skeptical about coming here because conveyor belt sushi is just not as good as a high quality sushi restaurant. But they still had some really good food, and the overall experience made it worthwhile to come here. Especially the automation that they have here was amazing. I think I was a little bit too impressed with the robot they have here, Kura Bot.
Cheese.
Besides the robot, the whole restaurant is set up with an automation in ordering and paying that makes it very, very convenient to eat here. I've been to revolving sushi restaurants before, but that was a long time ago. They didn't have this kind of automation. Every table is equipped with this ordering system. You have the food going around on the conveyor belts, but they are all available to order. The food items on the conveyor belt may not be as fresh because they've been going around and sitting there for a while. And sometimes you don't see all the food on the conveyor belts. When you place the order using the keypad, it's freshly made and it comes directly to your table. There's another conveyor belt above the one that's going around the whole restaurant, and you can get freshly made items. Here's a tip about using the soy sauce dispenser here. Just tilt the bottle like you're gonna pour it, and then there's a pump at the top, and you give it a few squeezes, and that's how you get the soy sauce to come out. It took me a few tries to figure it out.
Oh.
And like many other sushi restaurants, there's a lot more food than just sushi. I tried their ramen, and their ramen was actually pretty good. I was already impressed with the automation here. I don't have to flag down a server or a waiter, waitress. I can just get on the keypad, look at the pictures, put in the quantity I want, and then the machine announces the arrival of my food, and it's express delivered to my table via the conveyor belt. How was the ramen? The chashu was pretty good, not the best, but actually I would give it like an 8 out of 10. The broth was pretty good also, a creamy tonkotsu broth. Now there's all kinds of ramen in Vegas, but this one had the soft boiled egg, the scallions, and the chashu. Pretty good ramen, overall 8 out of 10. The restaurant appeared to have some sort of anime theme, or some sort of theme associated with the whole restaurant. I'm not familiar with the story. I don't think I'm gonna go on Google to research that. The restaurant is fairly large. They prepare food in the kitchen. You can actually see into the kitchen if that's what you want to do. The food is prepared and put on the conveyor belts to go around. And also they cater to the individual orders that people place on the keypad. Restaurant staff gave me a tip that ordering from the keypad menu will get you the more freshly made items. And the menu is extensive, so they can't put everything on the conveyor belt. And once you're done with your plate, you just insert them into the slot. At the time this video was made, all the plates are $3.05. If it costs more, it will have its own price on the keypad. They also have new items each month. It's on the tab called the recommended price capsule. I recommend taking time to look at each description on the menu. Here's a look at all the different items they have. Now they do have individual prices if you're not just doing the $3.05 plates. The sushi quality was not premium, but they did have some impressive items like this seared wagyu. The rice is produced by a machine, so you're gonna always get the same amount of rice. The ratio of the rice to the fish, or in this case the wagyu beef, is not preferable, but the wagyu was actually really good. As long as you know what to expect from a conveyor belt sushi place, you won't be disappointed, and some of the items are actually really fresh. The overall experience with the variety of food that they had was good. I was pretty happy with it. Especially this beef oju. This is tender beef with scallions and sesame over a bed of white rice. It has a slight sweetness to it, almost resembles a sukiyaki. It's thinly sliced beef. It has a slight marinade or slight sweetness to it, very savory, and it goes good with the hint of the scallions and the sesame. It goes good with rice. Some of the other items on the menu that I noticed were their steak, their crispy chicken, their garlic fried shrimp, as well as soft shell crab, shrimp tempura, gyoza, french fries, and a whole lot more. If you notice at the top of each table, there's like a display. You can actually win prizes here. Okay, so it's not a color TV, but it's more like a Happy Meal prize. If you have children, this would be something fun for them to do. I think it's like 5 or 10 plates per table, however many goes into the slot. Check with the restaurant for more details. If you have kids and you come, you can check for the different prizes they have, lanyards, keychains, all kinds of things. Now, I've already known that when food is waved in front of my face or food is going by on a conveyor belt before my eyes, I take notice, and I noticed the cheesecake going by, and then I started looking into the dessert. They have some traditional desserts. This is a very popular one. It's called the taiyaki ice cream. This is a delicious pastry filled with sweet red bean. It's like the traditional desserts that you find on the streets of Japan. It's like street food or in a restaurant. They have the traditional sweet red bean paste, which is very common in Japanese desserts, served with ice cream. This dessert is called warabimochi. It's made with some kind of starch that's kind of like a jello, only lighter, and it's sprinkled with the sweet nutty soybean flour.
That's not on the menu.
Yeah, yeah, it's lunchtime.
What's going on YouTube? What you eating? You want to share with the world? That's all yours?
Going to a buffet is one thing, but sitting here with the food just parading before my eyes, it's pretty bad. I can just grab tons of these plates. If I eat 10 plates, let's see, that's a little over $30. Specialty items may cost a little more. Yeah, I can really do some damage to my pocketbook here. It takes a little bit of practice to grab the food items. Not too bad though. You just gotta remember, you just grab the green plates. Only the plate. If you grab the bottom part, they're kind of connected to another one, you're gonna cause a scene. Some of the items that I noticed were pretty impressive were the scallops. They have regular scallops and mayo scallops. Now this is sushi, but it's still scallops. Scallops are good. And the tuna, some of the sushi, even on these conveyor belts, look pretty good. But usually they do advise that you order it if you want something fresh. But some of the items look good. And unlike a buffet or an all-you-can-eat place, if you don't finish it, you can still take it home. This was quite a different experience for me and very enjoyable. It has such a high level of automation. It was so convenient. Even paying, everything was so simple. Everything from the receipts to the robot, everything was awesome. I just loved eating here. And although they don't have the highest quality sushi, the convenience of the automation and the other foods were excellent. So I really enjoyed it. So that's gonna do it for me from Kura Sushi here in Shanghai Plaza. Thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next video.